Okay, brothers and sisters. Today I want to talk to you about the second coming and the most significant sign I have found in the scriptures as to when the second coming will unfold. And as you see in the graphic here on the screen, uh, we read, when the abomination of desolation repeats, Christ will come immediately and thereafter. So we get our authority for making that statement from Joseph Smith Matthew. Let's read starting with verse 32. And again shall the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet be fulfilled. And immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun shall be darkened, the moon will not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And, as I said before, after the tribulation of those days, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So, brothers and sisters, can you see the significance of the abomination of desolation? Because when it repeats, immediately thereafter, the signs in the heaven will be given, the Son of Man will be seen, and Christ will come. So it behooves us to understand what the abomination of desolation is and whom it will be upon in the latter days. So, when was the original abomination of desolation and who was it on? We get our answer here in Joseph Smith Matthew, verse 18. For then in those days shall be great tribulation on the Jews and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, such as was not before seen upon Israel of God, or since the beginning of their kingdom until this time. No, nor ever shall be sent again upon Israel. So, what that's telling us about the abomination of desolation in the future is it's not going to be on Israel. And if that's the case, who will it be upon? Ezra Taft Benson gave us this information in a conference talk dating back to 1961. But on the other hand, if the Gentiles on this land reject the word of God and conspire to overthrow liberty in the Constitution, then their doom is fixed, and they shall be cut off from among my people who are of the covenant. Now, we've highlighted D&C 84 right here because we're going to go there in a minute, but just to let you know that Ezra Taft Benson was pointing us to that. We continue reading. The great destructive force which was to be turned loose on the earth, and which the prophets for centuries have been calling the abomination of desolation, is vividly described by those who saw it in vision. Ours is the first generation to realize how literally these prophecies can be fulfilled now that God, through science, has unlocked the secret of thermonuclear reaction. It is not my intention to scare anyone, but if we want to understand when the Lord will come, we need to understand what the abomination of desolation is and who it will be upon. So let's go to D&C 84. Nevertheless, let the bishop go unto the city of New York, and also to the city of Albany, and also to the city of Boston, and warn the people of those cities with the sound of the gospel and with a loud voice, of the desolation and utter abolishment which await them if they do reject these things. For if they do reject these things, the hour of their judgment is nigh, and their house shall be left unto them desolate. And verily I say unto you, the rest of my servants, go ye forth as your circumstances shall permit, in your several callings unto the great and notable cities and villages, reproving the world in righteousness of all their unrighteous and ungodly deeds, setting forth clearly and understandingly the desolation of abomination in the last days. So these cities, New York City, Boston, Albany, those are not in Jerusalem. They're in this country. They're in the United States. And when the abomination of desolation repeats, it will be upon the Gentiles. Essentially, what it will amount to, it will be the cleansing of America to prepare the way for the second coming. So I think that should suffice for today. I've given you something to really think about and understand. It would behoove all of us to study these scriptures, to study what Ezra Taft Benson said, to understand what abomination of desolation is, because it will be an act of war, just as it was when it was originally perpetrated upon the Jews at Jerusalem by the Roman army. This will be modern day and with modern day weapons. So I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope you'll consider what I'm saying. Please comment or ask questions if you would like. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next episode.